Alright guys, so now with 3 days remaining inside of the arena and already a top players inside of the Pure Vanilla server getting super close to that 12,000 trophy mark, I want to share a comp that has been going around for a very long time, but I still haven't shared, and that is going to be the one-shot comp. Alright, so the one-shot comp has been revised and made a little bit differently now with the release of Space Doughnut. So now instead of using someone like Black Pearl in here and just going with Milky Way, or even using someone like Dark Account, now you guys can go with Space Doughnut, who is going to be within the feature gacha and will be able to do a lot of extra damage as well as defense reduction here. And let's get into topping. Toppings are pretty darn simple here, guys. So let's get into it. The toppings for Space Doughnut is going to be 5 of the Searing Raspberry here. So you are able to use your Moonkiss topping here, guys. So if you guys have the ability to do so and you guys already have a good set of Swift chocolates, then getting some extra Searing Raspberry for Space Doughnut, Milky Way, Moonlight, Stardust, and even Blueberry Pie might be a good idea as well. But you guys can see the focus on Space Doughnut is going to be at least 2.8% cooldown in order to have a faster start time. All right, so that Space Doughnut is able to use their skill first. And then a little bit of damage resist is really good just in case that, Space Doughnut does take some damage. And also focusing on the attack as well as the crit percentage. Next one is going to be Milky Way. You guys probably thought Milky Way is going to use 5 Swift Chocolate, but you're actually able to, use your skill in a good transition here after Space Doughnut with 5 of the Searing Raspberry. And your point is trying to do as much damage as possible. Although Milky Way is not going to do like ton of damage, they are able to add on to that damage that will finish off the enemy. So we're focusing on the attack here. And then a little bit of cooldown is fine. You don't need it either. If you don't have a full Searing Raspberry, just go with full Swift Chocolate. That works out as well. But you're just focusing on the attack and a little bit of damage resist if possible. Next one is going to be Captain Caviar. Captain Caviar is using 5 of the Searing Raspberry here once again. And the focus here is literally just everything on the attack and crit percentage. But because of the fact that Captain Caviar will be able to use his skill twice most of the time here, guys, and because of the fact that his torpedoes do go out even if he does die, it's a pretty good way for you to take advantage of some extra damage and defense reduction. And that's the reason why we are going with 0% damage resist. For the players who have been thinking, hey, where am I going to use my Searing Raspberry right now? Because all the teams are focusing on cooldown as well as solid almond. Here you go, guys, one-shot team. So Squid Ink is using 5 of the Searing Raspberry with attack, crit, and then the toppings for Moonlight as well as Squid Ink is going to be a bit different for some of the players. But if you guys can get it and if you guys can prioritize it, I recommend you guys to prioritize damage resist on both Squid Ink as well as Moonlight in order to even verse some of the double tank comps that are going to be inside of the arena. So increasing the damage resist for both Moonlight as well as Squid Ink will actually increase your chance of versing double tank comps. And of course, just focus on the attack, crit, and the damage resist around 20 to 25% will definitely be great. And of course, once again, because of the fact that other cookies in here are not focusing too much on the damage resist, focusing on the damage resist for these 2 cookies are going to be very important. Cooldown is not required for either one of them, but for Moonlight, this is for another build. That's the reason why I have it. We are going with the scroll, the epic scroll. If you don't have the epic scroll leveled up, go with the rare scroll. Rare scroll works out as well. And then of course the feather for the revive for Captain Caviar's skill, as well as the whistle. Whistle will be applied majority of the time to Squid Ink as well as Moonlight, so they are able to do more damage. So here we go, guys. Let's verse some of the comps inside of the Grandmaster for Pure Vanilla server and just see how well this team still works out inside of the arena. Alright guys, so this team again is going to be great against single tank comps here like this one, where it's probably going to be a Sherbet and even Prophet here. So here we go, let's use this team and just destroy one. So once in a while, against a Herb, you will lose against Herb with this team just because of the fact that Herb is able to get rid of the defense reduction and provide healing for the enemy team as well. So you're not able to one-shot the enemy team, but against something like this, easy guys, literally took 8 seconds and boom, they are all gone. Alright guys, so here we go. We are going to be going up against a double tank comp. I don't always recommend you guys to do so, but you have good damage resist on these 2 cookies, then going up against it is not a bad idea, but is also not a great one. But here we go, guys. For testing purposes and to review the team here, I'm going to be going up against it, so let's go. So the reason why you don't really want to always go up against a double tank comp is because a werewolf here who is able to, mess up the skill order of all of my cookies But against some of them, especially like I said, with good enough damage resist on your cookies, then going up against it is possible because you will be able to survive their damage. And you can see right here that we are going to be able to survive, and it is left with our Moonlight as well as Milky Way. But we should be able to kind of beat them here just because Milky Way is able to shield our Moonlight and also heal. So there you guys go. So it's pretty risky, but it is still a possibility. I still lose to one-shot comps inside of the Pure Vanilla server Grandmaster, even with my defense team like this, because, there are going to be teams that are going to have really, really high ascension. Their toppings are great, and they're able to, still survive from the damage that these cookies are able to do. So here's another double tank comp. Let's go. And here we go, guys. And it is still going to be the double tank comp with Werewolf as well as Stardust. All right, so here we go. Squid Ink and then Milky Way should be able to shield up our cookies with that. Stardust is gone, as well as the Pure Vanilla, which is really, really good for us. Squid Ink did die, but it healed all of our cookies up. So Moonlight should be able to use the skill here and get rid of Hollowberry. Milky Way is still alive with, our Moonlight. Really, really crazy that Milky Way is able to survive with literally like 0% damage resist here, guys, with full Serum Raspberry. You're just really focusing on that 40% buff that you get from using her skill. And there you guys go against the double tank comp as well. And here we go, guys, against a one tank comp again, or single tank comp with BTS. So here we go. And here we go, guys. And it is going to be a vampire team here. Interesting team. And we should be able to use Squid Ink here. And boom, boom, boom. They are all just gone. Moonlight did die because of vampire and the skill, but we're just going to auto attack our their vampire to death. And there you guys go. And the whole battle took about 20 seconds here. And yeah, I mean, just against a single tank comps usually is really, really good. Again, but one single tank comp that does counter is going to be Herb. So just watch out for that as well. And here we go, guys. Another double tank comp. Let's go. And really, really, really important that you are able to survive the incoming damage with Moonlight as well as Squid Ink. All right, with that damage resist. And make sure that it is going to be your Captain Caviar dying. All right, because Captain Caviar is going to be the one to go and really target the Stardust as well as the Pure Vanilla, and just get rid of those two, which are going to be the two cookies who are going to just deal a lot of damage. And once again, the perk of Captain Caviar is that Captain Caviar's skill is gonna still activate and go through even if he does die, as long as the torpedo comes out onto the screen. And once again, guys, even against a double tank comp, it works out really, really well. All right, guys, one last battle here, just because I can't really find any single tank comps or a lot of single tank comps. But here we go, double tank comp again, and let's go. And here we go, guys. And again, it's going to be Werewolf. But this time around, I think the cooldown was a little bit slow on the enemy team. And Werewolf didn't really prevent our transition from taking place. So it actually worked out really, really well for us here. And boom, I think we should be able to just actually just win without even losing any cookies here. All right, so sometimes, the topping settings on the enemy team can make a difference here as well, guys. And you guys saw, we were able to go and even transition really, really well without Werewolf ever kind of interfering with our team. So there you guys go. The one-shot comp is still amazing inside of the arena right now. And if you guys are struggling to climb, then this comp is going to be really, really good. And I know a lot of people are still using it to climb from even Master 2 to Master 1. And just like climb the tiers in general here, guys. So try it out. Of course, once again, I do recommend you guys to focus on Squid Ink as well as Moonlight with damage resist if you guys do want to go and try against double tank comps. And of course, your ascension, promotion, lavatory, bonds, and all of those things are going to make a difference. But one team that does, kind of well against this team is a single tank comp with Herb, just because Herb is able to just purify the defense reduction and just heal the enemy team. But thank you guys for watching. Good luck with the arena climb with 3 days remaining now, guys. And I'll see you guys all on the next one.